Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Mrs. Shazia Malik, Assistant Professor of English Department, Government Girls Degree College, Quarry Road, Quetta. Dear students, today I am here to give my sixth online lecture to the students of third semester Department Islamiyat and Chemistry. Your subject is Functional English and today's topic is Parts of Report Writing. Okay, coming towards the part of report writing. Now, as I've told you before in the previous lecture about the report writing, that report writing is a formal report or an information that is transferred from one person to another or an information transferred from one group to another. A formal report should be having the following parts, and it is very important for you all to follow these parts. A report should be usually written under these headings. Now, what are the headings? First one, date. Second one is to. Now, in to, you are going to write about the person or an officer or any institution that you are going to address. Number third, from. Now, over here, under form, you are going to write the name and designation of the writer. Number fourth, subject. Now, subject is also known as the title of a report, and moreover, subject is very, very important to write in a report in just one single line. Number fifth, introduction. Number six, main text and conclusion. Number seven, summary. Number eight is suggestions and recommendation. Number nine, appendices. Now, appendices, what do you mean by it? Appendices are the additional explanatory points. Number 10, signature. Okay, students, now something about the explanation of the structure of a report. As I told you about the 10 parts, so now I am going to define clearly these parts. The first one, date. Now, date should be written on the right-hand corner of the first page of a report. So don't forget to write or mention in the beginning your date. Second one is to. As I told you that under to, you are going to write the name of a person or the institution that you are going to be addressing. Third one, from. Now, from means that you are going to and just write the name of that person or in the institution which is providing the report. The next one, subject or title. As I told you, subject is very important to write in the report writing in one single line. Now, the subject or the matter on which the report is written, so that is known as the title or the subject. Moreover, it serves as the title of the report also. So just write it in one single point. Next one, the introduction. Now, introduction. It introduces the subject of the report. It tells what the report is about. It may refer to some past reports, to some facts and aims. The introduction prepares the reader for main text. Like for example, if you have written the report to any person, so if that person will start reading your report, if he or she will just read your introduction related to the subject, at once that person can understand it and it will be very easy for that person. Now, introduction, it should be written in 3 to 6 lines. The next one, the main text and conclusions. The main text, or you can call it as the body of report writing, has its own structure. The material is arranged properly with a proper conclusion at the end. The facts or description should be presented and developed one by one in a very good manner. So you have to divide the paragraphs. If you are not going to the division in one single paragraph, you can just write the main conclusion and again your main text. Only relevant details or the facts, they should be explained in a very proper way. The result of the conclusion should be very relevant, and nothing irrelevant you should not explain, nor it should be included. Now the main text. It should be very long, not very long, and all the necessary information should be explained in a report. Next one, summary. Summary is in fact the main points of the outline of the report. For example, you have written the text, means the body of the report. So in summary, you will just remake a brief outline of all those points and you are going to write it. So the main text, it should not consist any irrelevant points. The summary is usually very brief. It is the reproduction of the main body or conclusions. It means you're not going to add any extra points and you have to take help from the main text and the conclusions. It helps the reader to understand the whole report at one glance. If your report writing is very good, like for example you're going to write a brief outline in a proper way, so it will be very nice and will give a good impression. Now dear students, one thing more. If you're not going to include this part, that is summary writing, in your report, it doesn't matter. But if you are going to write summary, it will give a good impression. Okay, then comes suggestions or recommendations. In a report, the reporter can or should give his her suggestions, and again they can recommend something and they can just tell that person who is reading it. The writer can very briefly discuss the subject and can also give his or her advices, and moreover they can do some suggestions. If the reporter does not want to give suggestions and recommendation, so this part can be left out. But students, it is much better that you should give your suggestions and recommendations. Next one, appendices. Appendices are known as the additional points or information that is added in the end. The appendices is the plural of appendix. Now appendices, they are usually those points that you have forgotten while writing your main text with conclusions, and by the end, okay, after this suggestions and recommendation, you think that you have forgotten some main points. So now if you are going to discuss those points and if you want to write those points, so just give the heading appendices and write all those points that you have forgotten. Now appendices may not be included in the report if you don't have any missed points. So it means that appendices are usually used for the points that you have missed in the report writing. Okay students, the last one, signature. In the last part, so you are going to do your signature and you have to do your signature at the right end on the right hand corner. Okay students, I hope you might have understood all the parts of report writing, and by following all these parts you can compose a very fine report. So if you are having any problem or any questions you are going to ask, so you can discuss this thing or you can ask the questions in the group. Okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz.